Righty then, 5 things that we learned watching Manchester United versus Burnley last night. In at number 1 then, Luke Shaw passed the test. I think it was a pretty strong performance from Luke Shaw after having a little bit of a while out. And when you consider the circumstances of his involvement in the team, that being prior to his appointment, Ralph Rangnick's on record saying, like, fucking hell, United have got Luke Shaw for. They need a better defender than that. It's nice to see him get a run out under Rangnick, and I'm sure they've had words about his feelings on him. And hopefully he said, we'll go and prove me wrong then. No, I don't necessarily think he's gone out and equivocally done that. But I think he passed the test. I think he's shown that he can play. I think he's in a battle of places for Tellez. I think they both have similar strengths and similar weaknesses. I think they're both good going forward. They can offer a lot to the team going forward, but I think they both lack a little bit of defensive awareness and positioning. Occasionally out of position again, Luke Shaw tonight, and one of the main threats that Burnley posed was dealing with runs in behind of him, which dragged Maguire out of position, which then left us isolated with someone, not Maguire, for Chris Woods to go up against and bully. And you do that enough, you're going to lose out because Chris Woods is an absolute behemoth. Number 2, McTominay masterclass. Possibly his best performance in a United shirt. He bossed it. He put himself around. He was cutting around, tackling. He was a goal threat. He could have had a hat-trick tonight, and they would have all been absolute screamers, wouldn't they? He was incisive. He was physical. He competed. He embodied everything that you kind of want to see from a Manchester United midfielder. I still think there's quality to his game, line-breaking passes, the confidence to play those at the right time, play them early, because he doesn't do that. There's still areas to his game and gears that he can go through to really become a top-level midfielder. I don't think he's there yet. But last night, hell of a performance, hell of a goal. Well done, Scott. Number 3, Mason Greenwood provided balance. I thought Mason held his position well at times and swapped to the left and to the right and found space and was a danger when he did so. He had some really good switches of play, and I actually say that the switches of play were probably his best attribute, and actually something that Scott wasn't doing. Scott wasn't getting his head up and often enough and seeing those quick switches of play. Mason was doing that. The only other thing that Mason was doing was incisive and sped up was when he was looking at shoot. And anytime he was in the box, he was looking to shoot first. He was unlucky not to score. He had a couple of opportunities where he could have done that. But when he's linking the play, I feel like it's a heartbeat too slow. When you see the speed he's capable of performing at and the speed he's capable of moving the ball at, when you see his gameplay and ability, I very much think he's playing for himself. I very much think he's looking for, who can I play a 1-2 off here? To get the ball back to have a shot, to get me in a better position. Not, oh, he's in a good position, I'll hit him. And I feel like he's going to have to add that to his game, because I don't think, as you get into your early 20s, managers, and certainly someone like Ralph Rangnick, is going to be having that very often. He had some balance, good switches, and there was some quality about what he was doing, but I just get the impression he's playing for himself just a little bit. Number 4, the attack is back. We scored multiple goals, all in one half, actually, as well. We look better going forward than in recent weeks. I don't know it's Burnley, but Burnley can be very, very tough to break down and very tricky to break down. But we created chances. We got goals, which is what we all want to see. Bruno wasn't missed, it seems, certainly in this. Rashford, not used, not missed. So it was interesting to see the lineup that went out there and the lineup that was able to create goals and opportunities. And even though I think Cavani probably had one of his more ordinary, sort of shy performances that we've seen from him, but United, and certainly Cristiano Ronaldo, didn't really do a hell of a lot bar his goal or that first chance that he missed. Oh my days, what a goal that would have been, and what a pass that was from Luke Shaw. But we had players that didn't really perform, and we still put up a raft of goals. So nice to see that we're looking like we might have some attacking cohesion. You got to follow that up on Monday night, though. And that's where it leaves us. Number 5, work in progress. There's a lot of work to do defensively, a hell of a lot of work to do defensively. We still manage to look very vulnerable at times. We can certainly have a lot more control in games, and I think that's going to come through having a better midfield somehow. And that makes me think he is going to dip into the transfer market in January to pull that out somewhat. Maguire was shaky, I thought, again today, and possibly a weakness, and certainly not a captain. And the patterns of play, even though we created chances, they weren't, it lacked a little bit of pattern and a little bit of control. So good result, great result, actually. Not a perfect performance, but it didn't need to be. Burnley were very ordinary, but happy days, 3 points up the fucking Reds. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.